What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, Pick Management, here with Betting Royalty, the Prince of Picks, Payam, off a 3-1 night. He is red hot right now. He knows how to bounce back. He did it strong last night. Sorry about the episode yesterday. Big snowstorm made us cancel it. But yeah, Payam, how are you doing? I know you're not snowed in the Chicago area right
Well,
now.
not yet, but we are expecting about 6 to 7 inches tonight. So
Ah,
we're gonna get something similar. Not quite as much as what you guys got, but we're gonna get something similar
yeah,
here
we
in
got like
Chicago.
13 inches
So
here. Yeah.
yeah, well, we're supposed to get 6 tonight, and then we're supposed to get another 6 on Friday. So we may end up being at your total by the end of this week.
All right,
Uh,
well,
but
we'll keep you everyone warm
that's
with these hot ass picks that we got for
there
tonight.
you go.
Both of us are back with our best bets for the January 8th NBA slate. We have 6 games going tonight. Tip off at 7 o'clock, starting with the Celtics versus Pacers. Payam, you're gonna let the people know what your best bets are. I'll give mine. We'll give some analysis, and we will get you guys out of here. So, Payam, what are you on tonight for the NBA slate?
Yep. So we're gonna start off in Charlotte, where the Hornets are going to be hosting the Chicago Bulls. For this game, I am on Chicago team total over 111.5. I got that at minus 110. Charlotte currently is allowing the seventh most points per game at home during this season. And I think their defense is just really bad. Levine is probable to play tonight. And so I know there's polarizing opinions on him as a player and what he does for the team chemistry, but one thing you can count on him is he does give buckets. So with 111, that's an awfully low number for me with this Charlotte Hornets defense being as bad as it is. I feel comfortable taking that over. For the Bulls, that's going to be my only bet for that game. Did you
I
have
got
anything for
something
that
for
one?
that game if I could
Cool.
jump in here. So
Let's do it.
you're on the team total. I'm going to be taking the spread. I got it at 6. So that's what I will be taking it at. It's at 7 in most places right now, but you can still find a 6.5 out there, or 6 at minus 130 currently. But yeah, for most of the reasons you just said, my only concern is that Chicago has not put up more than that in their last 5 games. They've not gone over 111 points in their last 5 games. Closest they've come is one. Actually, no. Um, Closest they've come in the last 5 games is 104 120 loss versus the Pacers. They did just beat Charlotte on January 5th, 104-91. So another low scoring game. So for that reason, I am not going to be taking the team total
Does does
because
the does the fact that Levine is back change anything for you on that?
I'm gonna need to see a full game from Levine at full
Okay,
speed, 100% first.
sure. Okay.
I get that Charlotte gives it up, and it would be no problem, usually a breeze for 95% of the teams to do
Mm,
that. And hopefully with Levine back, that's not going to be a problem, and you cash your team total. But I'm going to just stay with the spread here at -6. And the other thing I would take a look at is the game total under. I'm at 218. I wasn't. We had talked before the show about our picks. I did not say this. I saw it afterwards, but after seeing the Chicago team totals the last 5 games, and the fact that Charlotte hasn't broken in the last 3 games, has only broken 100 once in the last 3 games and barely did it. Scored 104. I mean 111 for Sacramento in a win against Sacramento. I just think the Chicago defense is gonna. We just saw this game play out just a couple days ago. And it was 195 points was total scored. So, I don't think we see 23 more points. That's the difference between the final of that game and the total over under in this one. So I think we see another low score and not even a slugfest. I just think Charlotte sucks and the Bulls just aren't going to need to put up that many points. So for that reason, we'll stick with Bulls -6 and game under 218.
all right, sounds
Yeah.
good. Cool. So next up, we're gonna go to Washington, where the Wizards are hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. For this one, I am going to stay away from an OKC team total. I know in shows before I said, Wizards. I typically will fade them, and I will go with the team total points for whoever's playing against them. However, this team total is at 129.5. And given the Thunder's trend this season, they've only scored 130 plus in 30% of all games and in 25% of road games. So that number is just a little too high for me to take the team total over. So I'm going to stay away from that. I get it. The Wizards are a bottom 3 team defensively in the league. But I just have a feeling that the trends are telling me that, that number might be just a bit too high for the Thunder. So I will stay away from that. However, I will be on a player prop for this game. I'm going to go Chet Holmgren over 27.5 points and rebounds. The Wizards are the worst rebounding team in the league. And I think this could be a breakout game for Chet. I think he could really go off in this one, and 27.5 points of rebounds. Quite frankly, I could potentially see him getting that through 3 quarters. The Wizards really have no size whatsoever to compete with him. And offensively, he can get whatever shot he wants against them. So I like his opportunities a lot to get over the 27.5 points plus rebounds. Do you have anything for this one?
Not particularly. I mean, I like your read on the game. I was thinking I took a look at the OKC team total over too, but that's just really high. Regardless of how many points that the Wizards do give up, I mean that is just sky high. I will have some game props, some specials that Bovada offers that aren't usually available everywhere else. That I'm going to be putting out later on the social. So make sure to hit me up at Pick Management for some of those. Some picks like Thunder to score X amount of points in each quarter. I got some stuff like that going on, but nothing I'm going to make show official because they are like just some specials. But I like the read on the game. I do like OKC to get the win here, but the what is it at 12 and team total is just way high. I would look at this game live for a team total over. If they have a slow quarter, you might get lucky and get that down to if that gets to I'd say 123.5 or over, I would jump on OKC. But at 129.5 or 130.5, it's just a little high. But if you see it at 123.5 in game or over or under that, I would jump on it. But that's it for me.
Sure, right on. All right. Then finally for me, we're gonna go to Milwaukee, where the Bucks are hosting the Utah Jazz. For this game, I am going Bucks team total over 125.5. Utah is a bottom 7 team in the league in allowing points per game. And the Bucks are averaging 125 points per game at home. So I'm getting right at their average. I'm asking for one more point than what they average against the league. Utah being a bottom 7 team in the league defensively, I think Utah will offer no resistance to Milwaukee's offense here. And one thing about the Bucks, like I always say, you can always count on them to score points. Problem is they give up points too. So I'm going to stay away from the spread for that reason. But I do like their team total over 125.5. And I'm also going to go with a kind of a unique bet here. I'm going Chris Middleton over 4.5 points in the first quarter. That's currently at plus 110. I think the Bucks might try to get him going early in this game. Usually when the Bucks play against, vastly inferior teams, they try to get some of their other guys going because the superstars know that they can get theirs at any point. I know Damian Lillard's out this game, which, you would think that's going to mean a lot more volume for Giannis, which it will. Problem is there's always a blowout potential. So, I'm going to stay away from Giannis's player props. I think I saw him at 35.5 for his points. But I do think they try to get Middleton going here in the first quarter. I can get him at plus money just to score 5 points. That's 2 threes or 3 and a couple free throws. So I like that opportunity. I think he has an easy matchup against either Fontecchio or Jordan Clarkson for the Jazz. So nothing much there to be afraid of. So yeah, those are going to be my 2 bets for this game. Were you on anything for this one?
Yeah, I am going to be on the Bucks -7 here. I bought it down 1.5 because of the Lillard being out. I don't think it affects this team that much. We've seen a Bucks team without Lillard in this format before. You know what I mean? With Middleton and Giannis and Brook Lopez kind of running the floor. But Utah, they do stink. And don't get me wrong here, but the fact that they'd be giving up so many points, Milwaukee at home, all those kind of things leaning in their favor. I know Milwaukee doesn't have the greatest home record against the spread, but against bad teams, they play better. When the spread was between 7 and 10, the Jazz are just 2-4 on the road. They're also 9-12 ATS on the road against the spread overall. So because of that, I do like it. This opened at 12 and was immediately bought down and has been bought down again. So sharps are all over the Jazz here. So we'll see if it goes back the other way. But currently, 59% of the bets are on the Bucks, but only 13% of the money. That means 87% of the money is on this Jazz bet. But most of that was at the plus 11.5 and 10. And if you want to buy it back up to 10, feel free. I don't think this is a double-digit win. I think it might fall like right in that window between 7 and 10 points. So that's what I like for this. What was your Middleton was over 5 in the first quarter?
Over 4.5.
Over 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
What was your Wizards play? I know you had Chet over 27.5 points and rebounds.
That's it for that one.
You didn't have a.
I'm not taking a total or a side on that one.
Okay, so Payam's picks are Chicago team total over 111.5, Chet Holmgren over 27.5 points and rebounds, Milwaukee team total over 125.5, and Middleton first quarter over 4.5 points.
Yep.
So that's going to be Payam for tonight. The rest of my picks, I got a couple other ones for you guys. So like I mentioned, I'm on Bulls -6 and their game under 218. I'm on the Bucks -7. My next play, though, is going to be the Celtics team total under 123.5. We just saw this game the other day. That was the last time these two teams played was against each other. And we saw Boston win 118-101. That was in Indy. This is a home and home for Indy. So, like I said, we saw Boston win. I think the Celtics can get a win here. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that official, but I don't think that they get to 123.5 again. That was the point total last time. We saw them miss it by 5 points. I understand that the Pacers give up a ton of points, but at home, they do step it up a little bit better defensively. Winners of 4 out of the last 5. So I think we see their defense step up a little bit against this Boston team. Again, we see Porzingis is a game time decision. So is Tatum. Both of them are game time decisions tonight. If one of them, if Tatum is out or Porzingis, I'm going to need one of those guys in to ride this. If both of them are in, I'm going to take the Celtics money line as well. And their team total under if one of them is out. So check the socials to make this a little bit clearer. Like I said, waiting on some lineup decisions to make things totally official. But the one official play right now is going to be the under 123.5. And then my last play for this game, for this 6-game slate, we're going to go to the Heat versus Rockets. I'm going to take the Rockets +5 versus the Heat. No Jimmy Butler again. We've seen Bam and the rest of the squad and Tyler Hero, always step it up with Butler out. But this Houston team plays pretty solid defensively. They are on the road here. But this is the first game back for Houston after a first game back for Miami after a 5-game road trip. Houston just had a 5-game homestand. So I feel like that 5-game homestand is going to put Houston in a little bit better of a situation. Sometimes we see teams, their first game back after a long road trip, lose that first game home. I don't have the exact trends, but that's like a pretty familiar one in most sports, especially in basketball. The Heat have not been playing that great the last few road games. They lost 3 of the last 4. And like I said, Houston really isn't a pushover anymore. We did see the Rockets have a bad loss to the T-Wolves 2 games ago. But Minnesota's a really good team right now. After that, they bounced back and beat Milwaukee, which is pretty impressive. They lost to Philly in a close game at home by 4 points. They took down Detroit handedly, Brooklyn by 11. Like I said, the bad loss to the T-Wolves, and then they just beat Milwaukee by 4. So a Miami team with an injury to their number one player, I think 5 points is going to be too much, and I like the Rockets here to cover the spread. So yeah, that's basically it. I was looking at the Clippers tonight, but it looks like the Suns are going to be healthy. The Clippers let me down last night. Check back on the socials, like I said, for some more official plays later. I might be on the total in that game. I'm still waiting for a couple things to drop, waiting to hear a few things. But that's basically it. To review, I am on the Rockets +5, Bulls -6, Bulls versus Charlotte, game under 218, Bucks -7, Celtics team total under 123.5. Payam is on the Bulls team total over 111.5. Chet Holmgren over 27.5 points and rebounds. Milwaukee team total over 125.5. And Chris Middleton, first quarter, over 4.5 points. Payam, anything else for people? Want to let them know where they can find you?
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on X and on TikTok at PrinceofPix10, and also make sure you guys follow us here on YouTube at Sports Betting Insiders. We got some cool new videos coming out for you guys. We just came out with the African Cup of Nations and an Asian Cup. Both of those are international soccer tournaments that will be starting this weekend. So we got those videos out for you. We're going to be coming out with a lot more from those tournaments, and we're also doing we do European soccer with Soccer QH VIP. We're also the only 7-day-a-week show for NBA betting. So make sure you guys stay tuned in, stay locked in, hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date with all the new videos that we're posting. We got a lot going on here at Sports Betting Insiders. You guys aren't going to want to miss any of it. So yeah, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family, and let's get this money.
Yep. In addition to the great videos that Payam has already put out covering the first couple days of the Asian Cup and African Cup of Nations, we'll be having a daily slate breakdown with he and I, and hopefully Ash on a couple of them. We have some guests coming up like Matt Severance, Chris Bassett, Jones in for Sports, a whole bunch of big stuff. I got a big announcement coming up pretty soon about a new brand I'll be working with. That could be pretty huge for sports betting insiders. So all sorts of really great stuff. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at Pick Management, right here on YouTube, Pick Management Betting, in addition to the Sports Betting Insiders. Payam is at Prince of Picks 10 on Twitter and TikTok. And this has been the NBA Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
So mathematics. Mighty most definitely. It's simple mathematics.